All right, guys, Luis Moreno here with 360 Insurance Group. We're going to be talking today about the family glitch, how it was fixed. Okay. Also, before I get into all those details, you got to like, you got to comment, and you got to subscribe to my channel. At the end of this video, I'm going to have 8 mistakes that insureds make when we're talking about Obamacare. It's a great little deal that you can put together and send to your insureds. I send it to them all the time, and it at least solidifies my sell, and it also helps them understand that by using an agent, it doesn't hurt them at all. It just helps them. So watch the video. You'll get that at the very end. Okay, now, so with that being said, guys, the family glitch, it was fixed for 2023. Okay, so but for you to get a good understanding of this glitch, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you the history of the glitch, how it affected us, and how it's fixed. And then I'm going to show you some screenshots on Health Sherpa, because you don't have to do the calculations, but you need to know how it works in the back, on the back side of things. Okay, so I'm going to share that with you now. All right, so let's get into the history of the family glitch. So since Obamacare started in 2014, all the way up to all the enrollments for 2022, we had to deal with this family glitch. And what it was is that when an employee who applied for individual coverage in the marketplace, if they had an offer of employer-sponsored health insurance, okay, if they had that offer, guys, what would happen is they were pretty much, even if they qualified, they were screwed. Okay, they couldn't get any subsidies. Now, there was an affordability determination that you could make, but that determination was based just on the cost for the employee. It didn't matter if the cost was outrageous, which we know it is for the family. That was never taken into account. That's what the glitch was. So that was the biggest problem that we had out there. If the employee rate was deemed affordable, the entire family was screwed. Okay, and I'm going to show you how that was and how it's fixed. Now, from 14 to 2022, the threshold, okay, that line was 9.61%. Now, when they fixed this glitch, they not only fixed it, but they lowered it, which is a really good thing. And in addition, they also fixed it by a determination being used just for the employee, but also a determination being made for the family, for the spouse, those children, or the entire family. So what it's going to do for us is going to give us an opportunity. They're saying anywhere between 5 to 6 million people are now going to be able to enroll in the marketplace and get subsidies. All right, so I'm going to share that with you. But before we do that, we got to make some assumptions. Okay, now what I'm going to share with you here is a quote that I ran for a very small group. Okay, and forget all the specifics on the group. We're just going to use this number at the top. Okay, so in group insurance, which is employer-sponsored group health coverage, there are 4 rates. Rate number 1 is the employee-only rate. It's $724. That's the employee-only rate. If the employee wants to insure their spouse, the rate now goes up to $1,448. If the employee wants to insure themselves along with the children, it's $1,448. If the employee wants to insure their spouse and their kids, it's $2,172. Okay, it's expensive out there. Okay, now there's 2 numbers that I want you to know: the employee rate and the employee family rate. So jot these down on a piece of paper, because I'm going to show you what the glitch was and how we're going to fix it. So 724 is the employee rate. 2172 is the employee family rate. Okay. Now we're also going to make 2 other assumptions. In this one scenario, the household income is $40,000. Okay. Also in this scenario, most employers, I would say 95% of them, only match 50% of the employee-only rate. There are a few that match more, In my workout this morning, I was talking health insurance to one of the other guys I was working out with. He told me that at his company, they pay 90%. It's like, wow, man, I'm going to go work over there. Great option. But what I normally see, 50% employee only. All right. So you got to know that. So we're going to make those assumptions, 40K, and we're going to assume 50%. All right. Now, I've got this little chart here ready. Okay. All right. So let's make some assumptions here, guys. All right. So we know that it is $40,000 is their household income. We also know that the threshold is 9.61%. So we're going to run some math. So $40,000 times 9.61%. That is $3,840. Right, my math came out wrong. It's 44. Okay, 40K times 9.61%. Yes. And then we're going to take this and we're going to divide this by 12. Okay. What I came up here now is with this $320. Okay. This 320 is my threshold. Okay. 320 bucks. That's the threshold. Okay. Now we know that the employee only rate is 724. We know that the employee family rate is 2172. Now we know that the match here is 50% match. Okay. The employee pays 50%. The employer is matching 50%. So 724, divide that by 2. The employee pays 362. The employer matches 362. So we got to know that. Then the family rate. The family rate is 2,172. But we know that the employer is going to chip in $362. So when you do that math, you end up paying the family will pay 1,810. So now in this scenario, this 362 that the employee pays, if you look at this, we're going to go up here and it's above the threshold. Since it is above the threshold, it's considered unaffordable. And now they can get subsidies, the employee and the family. Okay. So this didn't, we know this over here, but in this one scenario, it didn't matter. Okay. All right. So you're like, where's the glitch? All right, check it out. All right. Now let's do the glitch, guys. Oh, gotta erase this right here. Okay, so here we go. Oh. Okay, so here's the glitch. So now let's assume that this employee makes $60,000. Okay, so let's run some new math. $60,000 times 9.61% gives me now $5,766. I'm going to divide that by 12. And now this is $480. So now I know that my threshold is 480. Okay. I know that. Okay. So now this 362, it is below the 480. So now it's considered affordable and they can't get any subsidies. They're completely out of luck. All right. Now let's do some real world thinking here. This couple makes 60 grand. Okay. Take the taxes out, whatever it may be. And let's assume at 60 grand, they're in the 15% tax bracket. So 60 grand times 0.15, it's 9 grand. So they actually take $5,100,000 home, divide that by 12. They take $4,250 home. And you want to touch 1,800 of it for health insurance? It's not going to happen, guys. I mean, that is almost 50% of their income going to health insurance. You see now what the glitch is, okay? It just wasn't going to happen for these employees, okay? There's just no way. So a couple of things happened. They decided to go without insurance. Maybe only the employee enrolled and the spouse and the kids were left without insurance. Maybe the kids were with CHIP, or they lied on the application and got subsidies, which could have created some tax consequences at the end of the year for that family. Probably have to pay back all those subsidies. That's what the glitch was for from 2014 all the way up to 2022. All right, so let's get in here and we're going to redo some of this. All right, these numbers are not going to change, guys. Okay, we're going to 2023, and now what I'm going to share with you is the new stuff. All right, so in 2022 and prior, the question when you did the application, after you chose the plan, you added to the card, you searched for the account, and you went on and you continued with the application. This is the way the question was worded. Will any of these people be offered health coverage through a job? That was it. Very, very simple. You checked off, no subsidies. You're out of luck. Okay. Wasn't any calculation. There was no entering of information. There was a worksheet that you could fill out, that the accountant could fill out. And it was just, as far as I know, it never really worked. Okay. Now, 2023, this is what it looks like. So we're going to run into scenario number one, where a family makes 40K. So as you're going through the apps, you're going to, you get to the income portion, you're going to enter that this employee works for this company. It's called the best company, and they make $40,000 a year. Okay. The wife makes no money and the kid makes no money. Okay. Now, this is the way it looks now. You see how it's different? That's the way it looked like in the past. And this is the way that it looks now. Okay, so the question changed a little bit. Will any of these people, which is the employee, the primary insured, the spouse, and any kids, will any of these people be offered health coverage? Well, yes, they will. Okay. When you check off, yes, they will, you choose the company, you enter their phone number. Okay. Then what's going to happen is, and I didn't enter additional information. I think it's optional. You don't have to. Then what happens is go to the next question. Does this company, best company that the employee works for, do they also offer coverage to any of these people? And the answer is yes. Check, check. Now, this is a technical problem, and maybe it's me. I don't know, but I kept trying to check this off, and it didn't want to take the check mark. So my workaround was I only did this. I only checked this off here, and I hit continue. I hit the back button. I didn't hit the back button up at the browser. I hit the back button down at the bottom. It took me back to this page, and then it allowed me to check off. Okay, just a little pro tip there. So if you're not able to do that, follow those instructions. Now, down here, do all of these plans offered by the company meet the minimum value standard? The answer is going to be yes. Guys, if it's group insurance, if it's true group insurance, it's going to meet minimum value. Okay, it's the way it is. Now, if they're being offered a supplemental plan like Aflac, Colonial, these plans are great plans as supplements. They are not true health insurance. They supplement a health insurance plan. But if that's all they have, then the answer is no. But if it's a true group, they're going to meet minimum value, you check off yes. Then what happens is these next two questions are going to pop up. Okay, here's what's going to happen. What is the cost of the lowest premium that plan covers for the employee? What number do you put here? Do you put the 762, the employee only cost? I'm sorry, 724. Do you put the 362? And then down here, what do you put? Here's the answer, guys. What you're going to put is what it costs that employee. So we know that the total employee rate was 724, and we know that the employer is matching 50% of that. So divided by 2, Okay. That's the number that you're going to place right here, 362, because that's what the employee pays. Down here at the bottom, we know that the employee family rate was 2,172. Well, why the heck am I putting 810? Well, you got to take into account that that employer is still going to contribute the 362. So you have to subtract it. And that's what you come up with. Okay. Make sure you do that. That's why you need to know how this works. All right. Now, the problem is, I'm foreseeing this problem. How are you going to get these numbers? The employee is going to have to go to their HR and ask for those numbers. That simple. Okay. After you've entered this information, you're going to proceed and you're going to submit the app and you're going to get the eligibility. Okay. This is the way the eligibility looks. Okay. Well, and let's just, we're going to take a step back, guys. Let's go to my new chart. Okay. This is the same one. This is the way it works. Okay. So let's go back up here and let's do the 40K. 40K times the new one, 9.12. Okay. 9.12% because the threshold has changed. Okay. So 40K or times 9.12%. That gives me 3,648. I'm going to divide that by 12. And that gives me 304. 304 is the new threshold. Look at what the employee pays. 362, it's above. So it's unaffordable. They can get subsidies. That's how they fix the glitch. Also, if the employee wants to insure their family, look at what they're going to pay. 1810. 1810 is definitely across this threshold. So the entire family is going to be able to get subsidies. Okay. Now we go back. Let's go back here. This is the 40,000 app. You'll see here that when I put the 40K, this is what happened. The employee is eligible to enroll. They get a tax credit. Same thing with the wife. And they can enroll and get a tax credit, and the child enroll and get a tax credit. This is the way it looks like on the eligibility notice. You'll see here that there's a dot for all three of them. They can apply for coverage. And then you can see down here that all three of them qualify. Okay, so we're rocking. Now the glitch is fixed. According to my new numbers here at 40,000 and what the employer is matching, the whole family can go get an ACA plan and get subsidies. That's a great, great thing, guys. Okay, now let's go redo the math. Okay, we're going to redo this math now. Okay, what if the income is 60,000? Okay, 60,000 times 9.12%. That is going to be 5,472. I'm going to divide that by 12. And that is 456. My new threshold is 456. What happens now, guys? If you look at the employee rate of 362, it's now considered affordable. That employee cannot get subsidies. Okay, look at what happened here for the family. The family's paying 1810. It's unaffordable, so they can get subsidies. The glitch was fixed. All right, check this out. Okay, so I went back into the application and I changed the income to 60. I resubmitted and look what I got. Eligible to enroll in the marketplace plan, but there's no tax credit. Okay, eligible to enroll, tax credit, eligible to enroll, tax credit. All right, so now you've got some work to do, guys. All right, so now the employee needs to make a decision. Okay, the decision is, do I enroll with the entire family, or do I just get put on the app? You know, the app's going to include all three of them, but are the insureds only going to be the wife and the child, or is it going to be all three of them? Here's going to be my professional guess. We know that the employee is going to pay $362. I ran rates for this employee without subsidies, and we were in the mid 500s. What's going to probably happen is the employee is going to go with the employer and stay there because it's cheaper, $362. But there's no way he's going to pay $1,810 to insure the family. So the family can go and get a subsidy and get enrolled. Okay. When I did that, rate was about $24 in this example. So it works out great. The family glitch is fixed. All right. A couple of things that you'll need to do and be aware of. If the scenario is where the employee, the primary says, no, I'm not going to deal with the employer, I'm going to enroll here. What you have to do is you have to put Luis in his own group, and then you have to put the wife and the child in their own group. Okay. Down at the bottom, you'll see shop multiple plans, and then you create a group, go pick a plan, create a group, go pick a plan. Health Sherpa knows that this person in this group gets no subsidies, so it'll take care of it all for you. It is great. It's all done behind the scenes. So, guys, this is huge. This is huge. It's going to allow us to now insure the families of employees who have access to group insurance. 5 to 6 million new people now have access to group insurance. Awesome thing. All right. Promised you I was going to share some mistakes that I had doing this since 2014, doing health insurance prior to that. Here are a lot of mistakes that I see insureds make. Okay, guys, you all can type this out, put it into a PDF, send it to your insureds when you're out marketing. It's a great little deal. Okay, so let's share this. Told you I would. I promised. Here you go. So number one, guys, the number one issue that I see for people applying for health insurance, they think that working with an agent means that their price is more expensive. We know it's not. The rate is the rate, guys. There's no difference, okay? But they don't know that. Number two, choosing the least expensive plan. If somebody qualifies for subsidies and CSRs, you always go to a silver, but they don't know that, guys. So sometimes they'll choose a bronze thinking, well, it's better. Or they make a worse mistake. They go to a gold plan thinking that it's better, because obviously gold is better than silver. And yes, so sometimes that's not the issue. So choosing the least expensive plan, sometimes it's going to cost them a lot more if they get hospitalized or they need medications. Their out-of-pocket is a lot higher. Number three, not checking the network, okay, to see if their doctors are on it. I see this all the time. Well, when I had Aetna at work, my doctor took it. I have Aetna on the Obamacare application, but they didn't want to take it. Well, they're different networks. Okay, so they need to know that part of the job that we as agents do, we need to check the networks. So it's a huge thing to make sure that we've got the networks checked for our people. Same thing on the medications. We got to check the formularies. Okay, so we need to make sure that the medications they're taking are in that formulary. Okay, and if they're not in there, it's fine, but we should let our insurance know. Number five, failure to submit the documents that are required. Sometimes they'll get documents for income, citizenship. The green cards need to be submitted. Social Securities need to be verified. Certificates of naturalization or certificates of citizenship, pay stubs. Sometimes if you don't submit those required documents, you lose all of your assistance, which means the rate's going to jump up and they're probably going to let go of the plan, which is going to cost you money. You as the agent can now connect with them and let them know what documents they need to submit to meet the requirements of whatever they need. The income, man, income is a huge problem. A lot of these people have no idea what to put. Okay, so they may gross X amount, but they only net X amount. The adjusted gross, which is the expenses taken out of that Schedule C if they're self-employed. Guys, these people don't know that. They may gross $250,000, but they have $200,000 of expenses. They don't know to put $250,000 or to put $50,000. And sometimes they could screw it up. Okay. Automatic enrollment. Okay, I see this all the time. I'm experiencing it right now. You don't want to automatically renew your plan. What happens here, guys, is the plans rates typically change. New carriers come in. Rates are a lot better with newer plans. If you do the job moving these people to these new plans, it's a great deal. And the final thing is a lot of these insureds think that their plan has dental and vision built into it. It's got pediatric dental and vision. The pediatric dental is a checkup. It's a piece of crap. And good luck trying to find providers. The vision for kids for 18 and under, not too bad. It covers their exam and a pair of glasses up to $100. It's okay. Me personally, guys, I always recommend a separate dental and vision plan. Number one, it makes me a little money. But number two, here's what I have seen. These insureds get mad that they have dental and vision with their carrier and they want to get rid of it. Well, if it's built in, they can't. Now what? They could say, screw the plan, and now you're out. I'd much rather have something different that if they want to cancel, they can, and it won't affect their health insurance. So guys, take these down, jot them, put them into an email sequence and send them to your prospects, use them in your CRM, whatever it takes. Those are the 8 mistakes that I see being made constantly by insureds. Guys, I hope you like this thing. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to my channel. I put a lot of great info out there for you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Secondly, I need this, guys. Okay. I have an ACA Smartbook. I don't have it handy, but it's got everything that you need. If you're a newer agent, you need the Smartbook. Okay. I update it every single year and you get lifetime updates. So check the description below. I'll have a link there. Second thing, I have a great CRM that I use. I prospect with it. One of my agents here in my office sold 28 ACA policies and didn't talk to one person. All the texting was done to the CRM. I have workflows. Okay. If you use my link, I give you everything I got. And then the third thing, this is what a lot of new ACA agents, even experienced ones, how do I get leads? Can you help me? Well, guys, I get the majority of my leads through social media. I have no idea what I'm doing. I was running leads and I was very happy with my $15 to $20 lead cost. Now I'm in the $4 to $7 range. Okay. I talked to one of the agents that used this course and they're getting leads as low as $2. Okay. How? I partnered up with a lady. Her name is Shauna. I've got her information down below. You can click on the course and it's all she does, guys. She teaches you how to run social media ads. Okay, that's her job. She doesn't sell insurance. In fact, she doesn't even know anything about insurance. All she knows is what I've told her about it. But pretty much she can get you set up so that you're running your own social media ads. She's got a lot of bonuses in there. And then what I did is I added our CRM piece to it. Okay, what I do with the CRM in my social media is that when somebody goes in there and clicks on the lead form, enters your data, that data goes straight to my CRM. The CRM captures it, and then it goes to work for me. It sends me and my team a notice. Hey guys, you got a lead, work it. I get a text message and I can call even if I'm out of the office. Okay. But it also sends them a sequence of 10 emails and 10 text messages over the course of 15 days. Now, if we sell it, it takes them out of that sequence. But, it's a great tool, guys. It's a good icebreaker because it sends some emails. It sends us pictures of who we are. It lets them know what numbers we're going to call from. It is a really good tool. I use it not only for leads, but I also use it for marketing. Okay. So I would take my existing book, and if I want to do this or do that, or put them into I want to take all of my Obamacares and I want to sell them dental and vision. I can, with a couple of touches, I can send all of my entire book an email that says, hey, you don't have health insurance or you don't have dental and vision. Please get with me and I'll help you out. It is a great tool, guys. Click on the link below. There's a 14-day free trial. You will love it. Okay. There's nothing else out there like it. And on top of that, you get all of my workflows. You get my pipeline, which is an opportunities tab. It kind of helps you keep track of your leads. And you get my templated emails. So stuff that I've created over the years. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this makes you a better agent. Have a good day.